Hi friends, welcome. We'll continue to learn our SQLite database management in our PHP environment. Previously, we have seen how to enable the support, how to connect the string, how to display the records, and many more. Now we'll see how we'll update the records. So what are the precautions we must take while updating, and we'll see that how we will update multiple rows of data. All this we'll learn. But before we move, my request is please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you'll be notified as and when we add tutorial, and we are frequently adding that also. Let's start the script. We are in our left side is Visual Studio Code. Here we will write our PHP code, and right side is our browser. The previously we are in the display, we can display it, create table. Now it will give a error because tables are there, data is there. So display table, I can delete it. Then click here to delete the table. Now I can create the table 35 record. Now I'll display it. So this is what you have seen previously also. So we have all discussed. You can see that. Now we'll start by for updating. We'll create another page for that, and we will give it as name as update. So instead of creating from the scratch, let me just save this file. Save as this is the our display page. I am using update. Saving it as update.php. Fine. So this is my update page. So I maintain the same structure up to this point. Let me delete it. So here the config, inside config I am declaring my database connection. Menu is the top menu, whatever I am using at the top. So it is easy navigation between the pages. Now I will start my updation. So for updation, I will maintain three variables. Say in our student table, we have ID, name, class, mark, and gender. These are 5 columns are there. So what I will do, will update means one record will take up and update the data in that. So for that, the data I will first take it. So what I am going to do is I will use the say name. I will change it to +2 net. Now fine. Now this is then next is for say mark I am changing. So the what I will do, mark column I will say let me give 50. Then for which one I will be used, because if I don't put a restriction where it will update all the data. So entire all the rows, the mark column will be updated. So what I will do, I will be updating name and the mark column for a particular student. So the student ID I will take it, say let's say 5. So this 5 record, remember this record will be updated, where it will be updating the name and the mark we are making it to 50. So fine. Here over, we'll write our query here and then update. While writing query, we will use a prepared statement, use a parameterized query. So the data and the query part will go separately to the database. Previously also we have discussed, because that way will prevent the injection attack. The query part which database will execute and the data part both will go separately. So that way nobody can enter a malicious code or anything, delete, drop table, all those things to damage the database cannot be inserted. So a pure data and the query will go. So for that we'll use our placeholders will be using. So let's say the query, where I am writing the query here. So this is simple one student table, update student is my table name, set. What I will do is mark sorry, let me start first with the name. So let name equal to, here I am using a placeholder name. Set name equal to this, then mark equal to mark. Here the mark is a placeholder, so that the data I will be replacing. Where ID equal to, again here also I am giving ID, because what happens here, I have set that directly the variables I have set it here, name, mark, ID I have set it, but many times you will be taking it as a user input. So user input means user will either name, it may write it, then the mark, it may mark also it enter it, ID it may select it. So those data can be changed also. Okay, in that place many other things can be pushed inside. So to prevent that, this prepared statement we are using it, and that this way it is PDO gives, even SQLite 3 also gives that. So it will be our database table is protected. So fine, I am here, my query is ready. Now what I will do is I will prepare this query. So for that I am giving statement equal to my connection. Where is my connection? This is, I have used it inside the config file which I am calling it here. If you want to see, every time we are opening this, open file, config, here it is. You can see this is the my connection. I have used it, a PDO, then my database. This already we have discussed in our part 2. I think we have discussed this one. So the same, this variable I am using it. Let me close this also. Fine. So this is my connection. I am using it. Prepare. Now what it will prepare? It will prepare the query. So this is ready. Now I will bind the parameter. So whatever the placeholders I have used, the name, mark and all, there I will place the put the data there. So statement, now bind param. So bind param means I am binding the parameter. I can bind the value also. We'll see in some other example. Value means directly where I am. But here I am using a parameter. So variables I will use. What I am using is name. So this should exactly match the name here. So that I am the placeholder. In this place, use this. What it will use? It will be name. So here, this is the name. This variable I am using it. This variable may come from a user input, from a query string, post method, anything it can come. So name. Now I will say what type it is, because this is the PDO constants I am saying. Parameter. If it is a integer, I will say int. It is a string, so I am saying str. What should be the length allowed for this? I will give it as 10. Fine. Now let me just copy this line. I have to two more I have to do. Paste it. So now name. After name, this is the mark. But mark is slight differences there. It is mark. Now it is a integer. So int. Now it can maximum length can be 3. Now then I will go for ID, because ID is 1, 2, 3, 4. What are the unique IDs here? Student ID is there. So ID. Now here I will say again ID I have given ID. This is also a integer. Okay, fine. Let me go for 3 also. So these are now parameters are bind parameter I have used. Now these parameters will take the place here. Whatever the placeholders I have used, these placeholders it will take the place. Now let me just execute it. If now I will say statement execute. Here execute will return true or false based on based on the output. So I am just using a if condition, then thing. I am not using try catch block. That will also do it next part. So let me just put my inside this. So now what happens is I can give a message data is updated. Fine. So that this I can give easily. Now else. What has happened? In the else part, I will write the error. Suppose in that it is not executed. Print R. Now here statement error info. So what's the error? Give me the error. And I can write a customized message also. So I will say database error, or you write it more descriptive way. So fine, I got this. So now what I will do is, if I run this, this will update. Now let me just see here update page, but I am not sure I have kept it on the menu. So what I will do is, I will open the menu one, file, open file, where is my menu? Here it is. So menu, inside this menu I have, let me bring it, drop table. Now I will, moment I run this, so this is update. There is no query string here. So one record will be updated. I am writing update. It is inside the menu, and remember in our update statement, here we have the ID equal to 5. So let me display table once again. So I got the update link. Now data is updated. Now let me just come to display. Here you can see here the ID 5 plus to net, the mark is 50 and whatever we have changed it here. So name, that's the update. Now I can just, for our confirmation, I will just delete the table, create the table. So a fresh data has gone. So 5 is back to original this name. Remember this data, sorry, this 5 only will change once I click the update. So data is updated. Now let me just come to display again. So see this plus to net and mark is again became 50. We'll see how we'll update multiple rows of data and we'll see how many records are updated. That will also display. And this time we'll go for a try catch block. So we'll also know how to handle the errors. So for that, I'm just adding a try and catch block try. So I'm putting it here. This I will end it here. This is a standard template. So I'm just pasting the catch one here. So the catch comes here. So this is the inside the try block. Up to this is the try block. Here it is. Then the catch. So it will generate the error if any error is there. Now I will change the query a bit. So update student set. Okay, let me just add one number here. I will say number equal to 10 and here I will say class equal to 4. So all class 4 I am going to affect 10. Yeah. So now this I will remove it. So this I am not changing. So class 4 number is 10. Update student set mark equal to, I am just giving for a class 4 students, I am increasing the mark by 10. So mark equal to mark plus, here I am giving a placeholder number. So sorry, here I will say number, placeholder here. I can give any name, that same name I have to, while binding the parameter I have to match. Plus number, where this mark I am removing, where class equal to here class. Again, this is the placeholder. I can give class 1 also, not a problem, but same thing I have to use it here. So now I will just change this. Last one is not required. This I will change it. Remember, I have to use mark. First is the number, sorry, number. Here you see it is number I have written here. So exactly I have to write the placeholder number here. So that number, what value it should take? This variable. So number. And this is a integer. So I will say int and length is, let me just put it 3 maximum. Then what is class? Which class? So here the placeholder is I have used class 1 and here class. So this is a string. So str. Now let me just put it 10. Fine. So this is what happened is, everywhere the mark will be mark plus the number, whatever the number, 10 marks I will increase for the class 4. So let me just display table once. Let me see this. So probably all these are class 4, 75, 60, 50, 55, 88, like fine. It is, this was this mark column. So this should change. And in case if error is there, my catch block is there, it will display. We'll just simulate once and see. Sorry, I have to cancel this. So let me save this. Now okay, one more thing is I can update it also. Update, fine, data updated, display. How we'll know how many are displayed? This is class 4 85. First one is 85. Update. Now display. This is became 95. Was this everywhere mark has increased by 10? I will just delete the table once more. Delete the table. So display. What? Sorry. Deleted. I had to create the table 35 display. So first record you just see it is 75. Now I am updating it. Data is updated. Now display. Now it became 85. Okay, I will see how many datas are updated, how many rows of datas are updated. That will display. Data is updated. Sorry, here I will write total. Now you write whatever text you want. Now I will row count. Now what happens is data is updated, total row count. Now let me save this and go here total 9 records are updated. So see here, the 9 is displayed. So that tells me the how many records are updated. So here this row count will returns me that value. Now you can even add more. Say, let me just come to display here. I want only the, okay, it has exceeded 118. Fine. Okay, whatever it is. Now I will say whoever has got more than 100 mark, fix it to 100. So I can just change this one where class equal to class 1 mark minus here number, where class is class this, and this is just query only I am changing, and the existing mark is greater than equal to 100. So what happens, these things for those only data will be, or the mark column will change. So I have saved this. Now let me just go to update. 4 records are only updated this time. Now let me just display it. So you can see, okay, previously we have not seen. So this, okay, 10, earlier it was 118, now it is. Now let me, once more it will run. So I expect 2 records only to be updated, because there are 2 records which are above thing. So updated total 3, I think one more were there, display. So fine. So these are all the data. Now if I run it again, there will not nothing to update, because all are, there is no more update. No, nothing gets updated, because there is all marks are less than 100. Now display it, because all marks are less than 100. So this particular condition fails. So this is how we'll update our table frequently. That's all, friends. Hope you have a good learning experience. And if you have any doubts, suggestions, questions, use the comment section below to post it. And my request is, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you'll be notified as and when we add tutorials, and we are frequently doing that also. Please share this with your friends, and thank you for watching.